Now begins the real work for the teams as they aim for the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships. Round one of a tough race calendar begins here in Australia. Anthony Davidson joins me in the commentary box for the first practice session of the season. The teams will be visiting tracks across 5 continents as they battle it out for both the Drivers' and the Constructors' Championships. What race on the calendar do you think the teams will have a special eye on this year?
Well, I think the teams will be looking forward to the Mexican Grand Prix, which is being held back at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in Mexico City. It was last run way back in 1992.
This year sees Honda return to the sport, reforming one of the greatest partnerships in F1 history with McLaren. Do you think they can rekindle the success they had during the 80s and the 90s?
It won't be easy, but yes, I think so. It's been a tough few years for McLaren with the loss of Hamilton, Mercedes withdrawing as a shareholder and major investor in the team, and losing technical director Paddy Lowe. This could mark the start of their return to prominence.
Okay, Jeff here. Radio check seems good. Before we get started, I just want to tell you how much I'm looking forward to.
Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to Formula One. I've actually decided to start a career as Lewis Hamilton driving for the Mercedes team. Let me just get this out of the way before I start and jump into the practice session here. I am not the best driver. I'm actually using an Xbox One controller, so on multiple occasions, especially during this race, you're going to have to bear with me. I most likely will get better as the season goes on. But with that out of the way, let's jump right into this practice session. Alright, coming around here into the first corner here, we're going to see what kind of time we are actually able to set. Vettel, it looks like. Okay, so we've set the 17th position time. I know we can do better than that, so we're actually going to go ahead here and keep going in the practice session, see if we can get anything better, see if we can maybe change the setup a little bit and see how well we can do with that. But position 19 is definitely not where I want to be right off the bat, so we're going to try and get way better here. Just at the end, we actually don't end up doing much better than 15th, so we're going to go ahead and have to deal with that for this session of practice. We're going to go ahead and head next into qualifying.
It's Nico Rosberg who's been fastest today, but it's only practice. He'll be wanting to repeat that pace tomorrow when it comes to qualifying. Welcome to Melbourne, where qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly. We'll soon learn the true performance of these cars out on track. What can we expect to see in the following session?
Well, I think we're all expecting the Mercedes power unit to be particularly strong this year, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them at the front. But I wouldn't discount Red Bull or Ferrari just yet. We know they have the talent and the resources to react to any problem, so although they may be playing catch-up, I would expect them to bring some major upgrades pretty early, maybe before we even get back to Europe.
Alright, we're here in the first. We're going to set the time here for the first lap of qualifying, and that actually puts us in position 11, much better than practice. So I'm a little bit more happy with that, but I think I could still do better here in qualifying, hopefully to get us a really good start during that beginning of the race here. We got, it seems like it is Button that is behind us, or no, it's not Button, it's Hulkenberg actually giving us some pressure here in qualifying. I actually don't want to try and slow him down, so I'm either going to try and create a gap or let him go by. But yeah, so we're just going to keep going here into lap 2 here. We're going to come to the end now of lap 2, coming to the end here. We drop down to position 13, going to see if we can move up or down at all. Move, hopefully up, that would be the best thing for us. P7, that is better in terms of my racing and in terms of everything I'm capable of doing. So that's actually very good for us. P7 is kind of where I want to be in terms of qualifying. I'm not exactly sure if we are able to get anything better than that. No, we're coming in at the end. Drop down to P8 now, it seems. But, oh, P6, we actually do get better than that. And that is pretty good right in front of, looks like, on the side there it's actually not changing, so I actually have no clue. That's probably a glitch, and I actually have no clue. But here, coming to the end here of qualifying, just did 8 laps really quickly. Trying to get as much power as we can, but we're going to be in position 9th for the race. So we're going to go ahead now and head into that.
Today Today was Nico Rosberg's day after a frantic final few minutes in qualifying. It was he who came out on top.
Well, he really pulled that one out of the bag. A very good result, and one that they'll be looking to build on for the race tomorrow.
Welcome to the Australian Grand Prix. What a great start to the season for Nico Rosberg. He's on pole for today's race. He'll be delighted with how qualifying went yesterday, but knows there's a lot of hard work to come before he can secure that race win.
Well, Nico will be focused on the task at hand. He's on pole position, he's proven his speed, and if he can just stay out in front, he should be able to create a gap. So I think he's got a good chance of victory today, as long as he has no car issues along the way.
Looking down the grid, who do you fancy for a strong showing here today?
I thought Felipe Massa's long-run pace in practice looked strong, and he also had good single-lap performance in qualifying yesterday. I'm sure he'll be wanting to convert that into points today.
Alright, so we're now at the starting grid. Rostenberg has qualified for first, followed by Vettel. We are actually down here in 9th place with, I think it's Ricardo to our right-hand side here. We're going to go ahead and start here coming in. We're going to go and right up the stretch right behind Nassar as close as we can possibly get. Ricardo coming up very close to us now. Coming into the first corner here. Coming a little bit close with the wheels to... Oh, it's actually Verstappen, sorry. Verstappen, we're behind him now. Trying to stay as close as we can to the pack here early on. Going to go on the inside of him, getting right behind Nassar, but I have a feeling he's going to try and take a back gap. There he is, trying not to make any contact with him this early on. We don't want to cause him, and we do actually make a little bit of contact there with Verstappen, but it is nothing that will affect our race too much here. I'm going to keep trying to close that gap that seems to be creating itself there for some reason. I don't know if it's something with my settings or something like that, but I must have, because this kind of seems to be a theme in the entire race where a gap just keeps forming no matter what. Hulkenberg is providing tremendous pressure for me here. He looks to be right on my gearbox right now, but I don't let him pass. I don't think I let him pass at all. And he actually does manage to wiggle by me there, but I come close to him and cut him off a little bit. That was actually my bad. I'm surprised I didn't get any penalty for that, because that was actually my fault. I cut right down into his line and I didn't know where he was. So, but he's right back there. It looks like Perez now is taking his position. So we're gonna go ahead and cut. I think I stay in 9th position for quite a while here. I'm gonna see if we can get up there and try and get into any more action, if that is even at all possible for us here. And I think it only is gonna get worse from here, to be honest with you. Alright, so we're still in, we're on lap 7, we're still in 9th position though. Perez here coming very close once again. We've had this pack behind us pretty much the entire race. Now Perez providing tremendous pressure, actually managing to overtake us here, but there's no way I'm probably going to get that back, so we're just going to have to defend the position from Hulkenberg once again. Going to try our best here not to cause a collision again with him, because I have a feeling that if we do, it is not going to end well for either one of us. Going on a little bit onto the gravel there, slowing us down quite a bit. That's not good at all. Coming around here into the last straight, we're going to have some people pitting here, so we're going to gain a little bit of position and get back into 9th place, back in front of Perez. Perez. So that is good. P7 now, even better. Bill Hulkenberg is right behind us, and I'm actually just noticing that it's saying apparently that I'm in 17th from what it looks like here. At least that's what I'm seeing on my end, which is very strange. Actually, I haven't noticed that before. We're here on lap 8, still in 7th position, so hopefully we can do much better than that now. And now we have Alonso behind us too, so that is tremendous pressure. Still have Alonso behind us here, but Kairat actually manages to take us. We're going to try and go as far as possible outside, pushing us a little bit to the outside, a little bit on the grass there. Only on lap 9 though, not too much to worry about now. We still have plenty of time to catch up if we need to. He's pulling ahead again with the same problem that I've been having all race. Whoever manages to overtake me just pulls the gap, and I can't seem to get the position back. Something definitely going to have to work on for next race. But here he goes. We're going to have to, now it looks like, pass him, and I think we do. But now we're in the pits here, trying to gain as much position as we can, getting a quick tire change. I believe I don't know if it was this pit stop or the one after this, but I had to pit early because I was losing so much traction. But now we've actually dropped down to position 17th on the 10th lap, coming out in front of, we're still in front of Alonso, so for the time being, it is not the best. And we have a collision with who looks to be Alonso. I believe I cut him off, or he manages to hit me, so now we're going to have to wait till the track clears. I see another person coming here on the minimap, so I can go ahead and quickly back up just to not get in front of him. Wait till you, and now we're in 20th position, which is absolutely horrible. That was absolutely disappointing. So now we are going to see what exactly we can pull here out of this race. Thank God we didn't have too much damage done to our vehicle. We are very fortunate that we didn't hit the wall or anything, and it was just a small collision for Alonso and myself as well. So we're coming up on Merith, one of the Marussia drivers, on lap 12. We have to hit him, come a little bit into contact with him, just got to squeeze by him, and now we're just going to take off. He's not going to be too much of an issue at all for us here. So at least we are trying our best to come back up the field from that collision before hopefully we are able to do so within short time. It's only lap 12, but still don't have much to worry about, but still not at all in a position that I would like, and nor am I happy with it at all right now. So we're going to try our best to move up the field as quickly as we can here. Back in lap 16th, we've now moved up to position 15th behind Steven. Wow, he is nowhere to be in sight, so he has quite the gap on me. I don't think there's much I can do. As you can see there, my tire wear is absolutely atrocious again. I don't have much grip at all here. Very hard for me to turn, and very hard for me to do anything. We've got a yellow flag now, so hopefully that doesn't cause too much of an issue. And now we're back to green flag. Don't know if there was actually anything going on, but it looks like there was here. It looks like Dennis actually is going slow for some strange reason, and he actually cuts off Perez there just before the cut there. So I think, but Perez manages to recover pretty well here. See, overtaking me, of course, and we have Grosjean coming right up behind us. I think that's who he is. I'm not getting a blue card here. Yes, it is indeed him. He does actually manage to overtake me, I think, here. He goes wide, and yep, was a nice overtake on me. There's nothing I can do to defend that. He had me in a position. Hulkenberg, though, still behind us. He still can't seem to get ahead of us just yet. We're on the lap 17th here. Going to try our best to defend it here. We're going to try our absolute best to close the gap between other people. Position 16th is still not the best place to be in. It is not at all what I was expecting out of this race. I was expecting a good maybe 5th. This AI, though, is absolutely kicking my ass, and I'm actually quite surprised with them, and also quite happy, actually, with them. With the AI, it's quite a challenge. Hulkenberg finally managing to overtake us, but I do not know if we get it back. We're going to try and push it to get it back here, trying to go around the outside, going a little bit into the grass there, but he's going to brake a little bit earlier than us and go right on the inside. I'm going to take the outside here, but he's going to hit us a little bit out into the grass there. Now I believe we have Rosberg and Vettel, who is behind us, but I don't think we are going to need to worry about them too much, because we're actually going to go ahead and pit here right in front of Rosberg. I wasn't aware he was going to pit, otherwise I would have probably stayed out to allow him to go forwards, but now he actually ends up waiting for me here to be done my pit stop before he can do his. So that actually may or may not have held him back a little bit, but I would have stayed out had I known that he was pitting, because it doesn't look like I'll be able to pull much, but he will. He seems to be in first, and I don't believe he wins, but what can you do? I'm going to come out of the pit here and see what else we can pull out of it. Alright, still in 18th position now on the 19th lap, moving up to 17th and 16th now from people in the pits here. We have Stevens following us once again, and now we are probably going to get a blue flag because Rosenberg, for some reason, makes a little bit of contact with us. They got nothing big came from that. But now we're going to try and stay with him so we can actually maybe have him carry us up the field. But as you can see here, he's absolutely pulling away. There's not much I can do going onto a little bit of the grass there. Absolutely not much I can do about it. He is gone. There's no way I'm going to be able to keep up with his pace. he's pulling away super fast once again. Good job for him though. Very glad at least somebody on our team is pulling the weight, because I certainly am not at this point here. Still in position 16th on the lap, 9 laps to go here. So we are still kind of behind Rosberg, but falling behind very quickly. And I believe Stevens, or I'm not sure who that is, I believe that is a faster racer that is behind us now. But Stevens is actually closing the gap on us. We have Hulkenberg now in the 22nd lap. We've moved, I think, up, I believe, to 14th position here. Hulkenberg once again is behind us. He can't seem to get ahead of us and stay ahead of us, which is a good thing for me, at least. I'd like him to stay back there because, you know, I don't want him overtaking me. But it looks like he's applying the pressure here quite hard. But I don't see him trying to overtake at all. Don't see him, but you can still see him in the mirrors. Here he comes. He's going to attack. He's got his DRS enabled. I try to take the inside, but he closes that gap very quickly for me. We are absolutely not going to let Stevens get this position here. We're going to try and make a gap between him and myself so that he doesn't actually, so that he can't get his DRS soon and actually take me out. So we don't want that either. Back down to 15th position now. Still very disappointing, still trying to get up there, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to pull too much out of it right now. It's very disappointing. I wish I could, you know, do better, but for now, first race of the season, I'm not going to worry about it too much here. We're coming around now to the lap 27th. We're still in 15th place, right ahead of Ericsson now. We're getting a blue flag because I believe it is, let us see here. I think that was Alonso, or I still can't see that. I'm going back too fast here, but we'll see in a second here. We're going to go a little bit wide. It was actually Nassar who was in 5th place. We're getting another one here. I believe this one is for, I think that is Ricardo, or yeah, that's Ricardo. Ricardo is not going to pass us. We're going to go wide for him as well. He doesn't take it there. He kind of follows us right into that corner. Going to slow down as much as we can, and Ericsson actually manages to squeeze by with Ricardo. I was not happy about that at all. I wasn't even sure if that's legal, but I'm actually pretty sure that it was. I'm going to try my best here to power it home here because it is lap 27, and he actually took that position. I was only moving over and slowing down in order for Ricardo to go by him. For some reason, Ericsson is looks to be racing Ricardo, and I really don't understand why it is going to give him nothing. But anyways, we're going to try and follow them as close as we possibly can. Tire wear is looking terrible once again, as always it is. We're going to try and use DRS here, try and power it so that he doesn't get it. He also has DRS because I believe they give you DRS even if you're behind somebody who's a couple laps or a lap ahead of you here. So Ericsson is still in front of us, and I think he remains in front of us for the rest of the race. Don't think there's anything I can do. Once again, he's pulling away so fast, but we're coming very close to him here on the corner. But he's pulling away once again on the straights for some reason. I don't know if it's because I'm using a manual setup or not. I'm just not getting that power right off the corners like everybody else seems to be. But I believe that we actually finished the race with the 16th position. Here we're going to go see what happens. I think we're actually going to follow it through this lap. This, I believe, is indeed our last lap. We're not able to catch up to Ericsson at all. We're still keeping a pretty close gap between him, but he's slowly pulling away here. And Vettel has won the race, so that is good. Unfortunately, Mercedes didn't win the team. Rosberg couldn't pull it home, but that is okay. Vettel won the race. Good job to him. So I think we actually do end up ending it off right here, coming into the last final corners of this race. Very disappointing once again that we did not actually get any better, but like I said at the beginning of the video, I will try my best to improve as it goes on. But we're going to go ahead and finish this race here in 16th position. This is going to be our last lap of the race here in, I forget where it is, But yeah, this is going to be our last lap here. We didn't do too well. As you can see, Hamilton's disappointed as he
That
should
win
be.
also sees the 4-time Drivers' World Champion on top of the drivers' table. It's a fantastic start to the season for the German.
Well, Seb has definitely thrown down the gauntlet here to the other drivers. They've seen him dominate seasons before, so we'll be slightly worried whether this may be the start of another one.
After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye until the next race.
Alright guys, there you have it. This has been the Formula 1 Career Mode Part 1 here in Austria. So, as always, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you believe that I have earned it, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I appreciate it so much. And as always, take care guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.